So, dear friends, something that we will be honing in on repeatedly over the year is this idea of being a missionary. So, our gospel today, Jesus calls the 12 together. He gives them power and authority over devils and to cure diseases, and then he sends them out. The Chosen shows this particular scene very, very well, because Jesus is preaching and teaching and healing, and people are applauding him. And when he arrives at cities and towns, he's generally welcome, apart from maybe Capernaum. Well, he's welcome initially, but then they try to throw him off a cliff. But generally speaking, wherever he goes, there are crowds and acclamation. And the apostles are like, we're with him. He's our boss. We're with Jesus. Yeah. So yeah, I know him pretty well. And so it's all been great until this point here then, where Jesus says, I'm sending you out. And the apostles, it's not scripture, it's just an artistic interpretation in the Chosen, but it is very interesting, because the apostles start saying, you're sending us out. What do you want us to say? It's not like we have like a whole list of things that, and he said, whatever I've taught you, share. So whatever you've heard me say that. They're like, one of the apostles says, I only actually heard the Sermon on the Mount. I'm just kind of new in here. And then I think what's his name? One of the other apostles says, yeah, that was his best sermon anyway. No, I mean, they're all good, but that was just particularly good. The point is, when you're sent out, it's not like they have a whole manifesto and they have a whole list of things they're supposed to say and do. They're sent out, but it's not entirely clear how every conversation is going to go. Being a missionary isn't predictable. It's an unpredictable ministry, because you don't know exactly what you have to do or say or how it's going to go. So what does it require? Well, firstly, in order to stay on the right track, being a good missionary, an essential habit of a good missionary is, number one, divine intimacy. I have to have a friendship with the Lord. Divine intimacy. I have to have a relationship with the Lord. Otherwise, I have nothing to give. If I don't have a relationship with the Lord, if I don't have a strong prayer life, if I don't know him, if I want to go mission to someone, what am I going to give? If I'm not full of God, what am I going to give? Me. I'm going to give me, my knowledge, my experience, which is nice, but giving Jesus is better. So to give a knowledge of him, to try and transmit actually what the Lord wants us to say, what the Lord wants us to do. It's what he gives us. So that's step one in being an effective missionary. I have to have a relationship with the Lord myself. I can't give what I haven't got. So if I don't have a personal relationship with the Lord, I will never convince anyone else to have one. So divine intimacy, and those words are important. It's not just belief in the divine. I believe God exists. No, I have an intimate relationship with him. It's a different level. It's not just belief that he exists, but there's an actual friendship here. An intimacy. And then that's what I give when I go on mission. Secondly, on mission, in order to be successful, we must invest in people in a way that they know that we care. We call it authentic friendship. Authentic friendship. So when we witness to the Lord or witness to our faith, we're not doing so because I used to be a pagan like you. I used to have all those same stupid ideas that you have right now. And then I found Jesus. That's going to get people's backs up. That's going to, that sounds so condescending, and you're not going to make yourself in any way likable talking like that. So we don't invest in people like we're better than them, but we're their friends. We befriend them. And then based on friendship, when they see how we live and they see what we do, and they see that we're happy, that witnesses to Jesus within us. So authentic friendship. So divine intimacy, number one. Number two, authentic friendship. When we witness to people, so any young people that you will meet or deal with, any of your friends, anytime you give a testimony to people, when you look out at a crowd, rather than being kind of intimidated by this huge crowd, just look out at them. These are people maybe a little younger than you, depending on the event. If you're doing a school retreat, they'll be younger than you. And you can be like a friend to them. You're not there as a professor or as a wise, whatever, a person with many years of experience in this. That's nice and all, but like, they won't listen to you just because you're wise. Theodore Roosevelt famously said, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. People don't care how much you know. Like if someone comes in and goes, well, actually, in Greek and Hebrew, this line would be, and you could be like, oh, wow. You know what I mean? So what? Like, okay, you can say it in Greek and Hebrew. Good, what are you trying to do? Like, impress me? That's nice. But I'm not going to listen to you until I know you care. The fact that you're smart doesn't impress me, whereas the fact that you care does. I listen to you if I know you care. So that's where, number one, divine intimacy. Number two, authentic friendship. When we witness to people in our faith, we have to show that we care. We care. We're not there to judge, criticize, because if we want people to change their habits or anything like that, that's a slow process. Oh good. And then finally, we should witness to people in a way that they know how to witness to people in turn. You know? So we witness to people in a way that they can witness to others. So it's like, for example, if you witness to people, thank you very much. So, say for example, you invite someone to some sort of a prayer meeting, or a prayer group, or a Bible study or something. They should know and have the confidence to invite their friends too. You know what I mean? So if the Bible study or the prayer group, if it's really naff, or if it's really cheesy, or if it's very hard for a new person to engage in, then the person you're inviting isn't going to invite others. So we have to create prayer environments and a friendship environment where when you invite someone, they can then invite others. So this is what I'm speaking to you now, what I'm saying to you now comes from focus. And they would call this third point clarity and conviction about the little way of evangelization. Clarity and conviction about the little way of evangelization. So we witness to others in a way then that these others can witness to their friends as well. So that I don't like the word empower because I'll use it temporarily, not a fan of it. But those we witness to should also be then empowered to invite others. They should know, they should have the confidence to invite their friends as well. Basically, we start to create a missionary church. So it's not just the priest who's inviting people to come to Mass, but the whole congregation is inviting people to come to Mass. So rather than one person trying to do what he can through his Facebook page, and he'll be a person of another generation anyway, so he'll be still printing out posters for the back of the church that no one reads. And even Facebook is now for the parents. And now it's Snapchat and Instagram for the kids. And in 5 or 6 years' time, it's going to be something else. There'll be something new. So it's kind of hard to keep on top of all these things. In the meantime, the parish priest will still be printing posters for the back of the church because that's what we used to do back in the 80s. You print posters, put them in the back of the church, and then the whole parish knew. But that's not how it works anymore. So for our evangelization, people should know and be confident, I have a part to play in this community, in this prayer group, in this church. And one of my roles in this church is to invite others. You know, the clarity and conviction about the little way of evangelization. It might be a small part to play, but an important part to play in inviting others. And then, if everyone does their part, the priest celebrates well and reverently and tries to preach well, and the music ministry do their bit, and the tech people do their bit, and all are answering the Mass and singing along and inviting people, then the church starts to feel alive. You know, and there's new people coming in and new families coming in, and when they do, They get a huge welcome, not a, my family have been sitting on that row since 1923, and you think you come in now the whole way from across the parish, and you think you can sit on that row. Not on my watch. No. New people are welcome. New people are welcome. Do you know what I mean? And then like the church becomes like a family. And then when, like I say, when there's a baptism or whatever, parishioners, randomers will come over and congratulate the family. Because you're part of the family. You know? Like that's not a living community of faith. That's what we want to see. And that's what you're part of. You're part of this living community of the church. Your role, your voice, your smile, all are important. St. Augustine famously said, "To fall in love with God is the greatest romance. To seek him is the greatest adventure. And to find him is the greatest human achievement." To fall in love with God is the greatest romance. To seek him is the greatest adventure. And to find him is the greatest human achievement. You are on this journey, yes, for yourself, but also for all of the others who you will minister to, and all of those whom those you minister to will minister to in turn. So what you do and say, your divine intimacy, your authentic friendship, it's important. So this is a very important year. It's a very exciting time. Because if through your words and actions and life, 5, 6, 10, 60 people come to know the Lord and go on to positively affect their families, your life could be responsible for another 100,000, 10,000 souls getting to heaven. Imagine. Your yes could be responsible for getting extra souls into heaven that otherwise would not have come to know the Lord. How will they hear about the Lord unless someone preaches? Maybe that preacher is you. So we ask the Lord today to assist us in our journey with him this year. May we come to know him, come to love him, and come to serve him. May our divine intimacy grow day by day. May we invest in people with authentic friendship and equip them to become missionaries in turn. Amen.